Coach Ed Ogeron in hour number one. He had great comments about our next guest, his senior cornerback, playing opposite of Derek Stingley Jr. here in his senior season. Kristian Fulton, who quite possibly could be a first-round pick. He's right there on it. If you're looking at mock drafts, he's right at the bottom of the first round, top of the second round. Had a spectacular final 2 seasons in Baton Rouge after a standout career at Rummel High School. Faced a ton of adversity while a college student athlete. And as Coach O said, hung around, had a championship mentality, and ended up being one of the top defenders on the national championship squad. He's joining us here on what I know is a very hard day for not only Kristian but his family after the news yesterday of Mr. Fulton passing away due to complications of COVID-19 down in New Orleans. Talking to Mr. Keith Fulton, he was very close to his father, and obviously Kristian, his grandfather. So Kristian, our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. Thank you very much for spending a couple of minutes with us this morning.
Yes, sir. No problem. Thank you. Thank you for the thoughts and prayers.
Yes, sir. The adversity you faced in college, how has it gotten you prepared for what you're going through right now? Not only personally, but in the professional part of your life and getting ready for making a transition from college football to the elite level in the professional.
Just taking it, year by year, all the things that I, had to deal with, just all piles up, and, it teaches you everything, it prepares you for this type of transition that I'm going through, So just taking everything that I learned throughout my years, from, either going through the adversity or, having the coaches or, even older guys, that came before me, giving me tidbits, all that stuff, just to help me, elevate myself at the next level.
2 defensive backs were just named to the all-defensive team that played at LSU, Patrick Peterson and Tyrann Mathieu. I know you're close to those guys. Who has been most important to you in your development at LSU, or who has been some of the people most important to you as you've developed over the last couple of years?
Definitely, like you said, those 2, they always, are a resource, for us to reach out to them, especially in the summer, not this year, but, guys get to come back and, work with us, help us out, on our game. Also, like I said, credit to the coaches, Coach O'Brien's and a great staff, who has, tons of experience. So I always get a chance to, reach out to those people and, and they can give me advice on whatever it is that I need to talk about or want to go over.
Kristian, we were talking yesterday about how so many of the LSU prospects for the NFL this year overcame a ton of adversity, were doubted, and you may be first among that. When you look at being declared ineligible for 2 years and what it must have felt like at the time, was there ever a moment in when you wanted to give up and maybe not just even leave LSU, but was there ever a moment where you maybe questioned, like, was football for me?
Definitely, with us, having to appeal, at least 2 times, it definitely was, some thoughts, it definitely came up, because like you said, it's a tough thing to go through at that age, especially at the time. You don't know what's going to happen. And then it seems like nothing else is working. So, it definitely came across your mind, but, like I said, always, credit to my coaching staff and my family. Like I said, they helped me throughout that time, to keep my mind right, when it wasn't always right,
And so to go from that to then being a key part of winning a national championship this year, did you ever have like a moment where you just kind of sat there and thought about it and be like, wow, like look at this journey that I've been on these last few years?
In your home city.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely say I said the whole week of the national championship. It was kind of like, wow, it's crazy that we got to this point now after all that I had been through. So definitely, the week of the championship, I'd say that's when I finally got a chance, to like take it all in and realize, how blessed I was, and me and my teammates really.
What was the vibe of the team going into that national championship against a Clemson team that hadn't lost in like 2 years?
It was just like a regular week for everybody. Everybody was, loose as can be. Nobody. I felt like everybody had a great vibe. I feel like that was the main thing that kept this team together. everybody, just kept everything calm and treated everything like it was week one for us. Nobody showed up and thought we were just going to walk over Clemson, but it was just a cool, calm, collect, confident feel that you got from the team.
When did you know that Joe Burrow was a cold-blooded killer?
I would just say in the spring.
When did you feel like that your senior season could end in a championship?
When did I feel like it?
Yeah.
I feel like when you come to LSU, you always know it's possible, But for this past year, I'm gonna definitely say probably Vanderbilt.
Really? So it was within the season. So you kind of figured it out within the season.
Kristian, how are you getting ready for the? So we talked to Coach Joe about this morning. It's unprecedented times. Schedules are all crazy. It's hard to work out right now. You are a potential first-round NFL pick. How are you getting ready for the draft later this month? Like, what have you been doing the last month?
So before the virus got pretty serious, I was still in Florida training with some of the guys. Then probably about a week or 2 weeks ago, I was able to come back to Baton Rouge, and right now I'm just trying to get in as much work as possible alone as I can. So if that takes just like running on the levee or running around my apartment, just trying to find little things to help me stay in shape for what's coming up, because you never know when this is gonna end. So just want to stay in shape, get as much individual work, drills as you can. That's how I'm taking the approach.
You're one of these prospects. Wherever you look, it seems like somebody has a different spot for you. I've seen you mid first round. I've seen you late first round. I've seen you early second round on different mocks. What are you hearing on your status and where you are with the draft approaching at the end of the month?
Right now, you're still trying to figure out what all the moves are going to be in, like free agency. So once you have a feel and everything kind of settles down in free agency, you'll have a feel on like where you're kind of going to draft. But right now, my main goal for me is just keep taking the FaceTime call meetings and just keep selling myself to the coaches. What I could bring to the team and what's my approach. Heading into the NFL.
I'll give you a name of a coach. You tell me what they mean to you. Just kind of sum it up. Corey Raymond.
It's not really a few words that can sum it up from Coach Raymond. Because he's done so much for me. Really helped change my life. Helped me develop into a man. Because when the situation happened, like you said, they recruit every year. And he could have easily just passed up on me. And told me, it wasn't going to work out here at LSU, but it didn't. He stuck with me. He coached me the hardest, even when I wasn't eligible. So it's not many words I could put into that in a short summary.
How about Jay Roth?
Another guy who developed me into the man I am today. I feel like he prepared me as well as I can be prepared. When I first got to LSU. It's so much that I can say about Coach Roth. Great coach, great man. He's a mentor to a lot of people that that's came through Rumble.
One more, Coach O.
Man, I feel like you're saying all the ones that really had an impact on me. I'm thankful for Coach O. Like I said, another one, when he first got the head coaching job, he could have, kind of threw me to the side, but he didn't. He's a players coach. He's there for all his players, and he's going to stick with all his players, no matter the situation. And this year really showed you the type of coach he was. He knows how to get the job done, and I believe he'll get that done for years to come.
How good can Derek Stingley Jr. be?
It's not even. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that says it all right there.
Is he the best you've seen?
Yeah.
Is he the best you've seen at your position, like as a peer, as somebody that's your age playing alongside you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. He has a chance to be really special for sure. He came into college with a great mindset, a great work ethic. And I think that's, what kind of separates him. He kind of knew he had the, I would say, what the standard was, coming into this year. He had a lot of pressure on him. But I definitely think, he kind of put that to the side, and just looked at it as playing football. And that's what he's great at doing. And he definitely, has a lot of potential, that he can fulfill in his next 2 years.
You have worked your entire life for the end of this month. How will you watch the NFL draft?
How will I watch it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do it with my family. Do it like a small, get together with my family, and as many people as we can at my house in New Orleans.
Yeah, you were one of the ones that got an invitation to it. I know that would have been a pretty cool experience if it would have happened in Vegas. So, best of luck to you, Kristian. You're a hell of an example for young Tiger fans to follow. It was a joy watching you play. Best of luck, and again, our thoughts and prayers with you and your family.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank y'all for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.